it like to see live bullets again for the first time in a couple of years?
It was fun. I was very excited. Glad my team got the win. We handled business, so it was turned out to be great.
Any thought that last game you played in 2013 against a cut blocking team and make a return against the cut blocking team?
That's just a weird coincidence. I really didn't think about that until the week of the game. I was like, dang. The game I went out on was against a team just like this, and I'll be coming back. Weird how that turned out.
Was it contact against Soto when you tore it?
I think I was making a tackle, and some guys fell on me, and so.
It's going to be fun to play against a team that's going to throw us some. You get to play in coverage this week?
Yeah, it's going to be fun. It's always a hassle playing against those triple option teams because the game plan is just different. So it'll be, I think, a lot more fun playing against a more conventional style offense.
You had a specific conversation with Mike when you've gone through difficult times over the last couple of years. Have you talked to Mike at all after what he's going through right now?
I went to check on him and, just told him that he'll be all right. He's very blessed to have walked away with just what the injury that he has, because it could have been a lot worse. But, I talked to him, and he's in good spirits about everything.
When you looked at App State, what are some things that stuck out? What do you think you guys have had to do to be successful?
They're a very good football team. One of the things Coach Sweeney talks to us about is every week we don't change what we do based off who we play. We're going to prepare the same. We're going to do everything that Clemson does. So honestly, from a preparation standpoint, nothing changes for us.
Do you think you're going to be able to notice the caliber of athlete changing from last week to this week? Does people on that pretty quickly?
Yeah, obviously. So, yeah.
Were there any jitters going out there Saturday? It's been a long time since you played in the game.
Not really. Not really. I think everybody has a little bit of nervousness when you first step on the field, but I was prepared for it. I've been practicing. The only thing that was different from me and everyone else last year was I didn't step on the game field on Saturday, but I was at practice. I was taking reps, doing everything that everyone else was doing. So honestly, no, it wasn't that big of a deal.
Coach Sweeney has a great things to say about you in his press conference about how you're always ready to play, you won't make the same mistake twice, and how focused and determined you are. Do you think that your time away from the game and being injured has given you a new perspective at all, and made you appreciate it that much more when you're able to play?
I think I just learned a lot of things throughout the process, but I wouldn't technically say I was away from the game because I really wasn't away from the game. It's not like I was in another city somewhere in a rehabilitation facility, not around football. I was here every day practicing every day, so I really wasn't away from the game. But yeah, I learned a lot throughout the process, and yeah, I have a different, not a new appreciation because I did appreciate the game, but I have a new appreciation for the game.
You were here when the secondary could have been considered a weak point in terms of the defense because of what was in those first two levels, and now everybody's looking at the secondary saying that you got talent everywhere. In the last few years, even last year, watching from the sidelines, have you seen the progression of some of those guys, particularly in the back end, and really matured and developed into that kind of unit?
Yeah. A lot of guys like J-Ron, TJ, McKenzie, a lot of those guys have matured since when they first got here. And I could definitely see a difference in the camaraderie between defensive backs and all that type of stuff. But I wouldn't take anything away from that last group that I played with as well because some of those guys are in the NFL right now. But there are a lot of ins and outs that goes into having a complete group. And I think sometimes it's easy for outsiders to look from the outside in and say, wow, that was a weak point. But there are so many other things that make a good secondary than just the secondary. And so I'll leave that at that. But this is a great group that we have now.
What do you think about some of the young guys that's got a chance to play some of the linebackers?
That was good. Whenever you can get younger guys game experience, that's always big, and it'll pay dividends for us as we continue out throughout the season.